Hey guys, welcome to Joe Seminary Presents. I'm Joe Seminary. Today's topic is going to be, should I or shouldn't I pay for a location with filming my movie? Well, if you're an independent producer, you're probably going to want to listen to this video coming up next. So chances are you're an independent filmmaker and you got a very low budget. So my first advice to you is definitely not to pay a lot for a location. What do I mean by a lot? Well, let's say you go into your local film office and you try to get a permit through the film office. They're going to charge you their fee. They're going to charge you the site fee, and they're going to charge you any overtime that you could be. And you could be well over the $1,500 to $2,000 range, at least that, by the end of the day, if you're not careful. Most films are budgeted at about $5,000, and that's a third of your budget already. So realistically, does it actually make any sense to pay for locations? I think that if you're impatient and you're in a rush, that's when you pay for the locations. But there are tons and tons and tons of good locations out there that if you spend the time and the patience looking around and getting some really creative places, you can find them for little or no money. I can tell you places that rely on donations, right? So they're not ran by the town, they're private organizations like monasteries, stuff like that, which are always my favorite. Will tend to accept a $250 donation, a $200 donation for the day, and you get the whole place. So if you look at one of my places that I did called Acedia, that was one of my movies, and I used this incredible mansion from I think it was 1870 it was built. I mean, just the stonework, the architect was just perfect for a horror film. I mean, you couldn't get any better than that. And I made a deal with them for like $500. I got three days out of them. So, if I would have had to go through the whole permit thing and it was a place that was owned and mandated by the town, etc., I'd be at the few $1,000 level easy. And, I always say before you spend money on a great location, spend the money to feed your team. That's really where the money should be going and other stuff that you need. There are so many great locations. Should I pay for a scouter? Again, if you don't have the time to run around and search for locations and you have a budget for that, but honestly, if you're really putting together your film and you're being creative, really only you should be searching for this stuff. If you have an intern or something at your office that can work with you as well, but you really need to get involved with the locations because